Hey guys, it's Cooterz, and we're going to take a look at the 3.2.0 Bestiary League patch notes. So let's get into that real quick. It's going to be a long video, so grab some coffee, grab something to drink, and join us. We're here with Twitch chat as well, looking at these patch notes. So, yeah, let's just get into this, I guess. Hopefully my camera, I don't think my camera's going to be covering it, but, God, this is, look at this. This is a long one, guys. So she said. All right. We'll just try to go through this ASAP. We'll do it live, baby. Bestiary Challenge League. Okay. Challenge Leagues are a great opportunity for a fresh start in a new community, or a new economy. All of your old characters and items are still present in standard and hardcore leagues, but you're encouraged to join leagues. Okay, so basically, you know, everything starts from new. There are standard hardcore, solo self-found, and hardcore. That's the same thing. Nothing new there. Good thing I don't have my Twitch chat on here. Bestiary lets you hunt and capture hundreds of deadly beasts across raid class. And valuable. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. All right, we're back with Twitch chat. I added Twitch chat, so they're somewhere over there. Okay, here we go. Bestiary lets you hunt and capture hundreds of deadly beasts across raid class, and then craft available new items with the help of NPC Einhar. Capture a monster highlight and press V to throw a net. If the capture fails, the beast will enrage and become more dangerous. Sounds like Pokemons. The lower life a beast has, the easier it is to capture. Nets can be found in the world or purchased from Einhar. Better nets make capturing harder beasts easier. Once captured, each beast is tracked in your own bestiary, aka a Pokédex. A tome full of information and pictures. Each captured beast is kept in your menagerie, which can be by taking Einhar. Talking to Einhar once enough beasts have been captured. I really wish they added the menagerie into like your hideout, like an extension of your hideout. I think that'd be really cool. I wonder if nets are gonna become like a currency that you can sell, kind of like, you know, silver coins. What do you guys think? Do you think they're gonna be soulbound? I bet you're gonna be tradable, for sure. Like better nets are gonna be like super expensive probably. Okay, you can use a blood altar in your menagerie to perform beast crafting, sacrificing your captured beasts in combat to create and augment items. There are some very strong beast crafting recipes available, so we recommend capturing most rare beasts that you encounter. Alright, you can also hunt 4 elusive spirit beasts who drop pieces of our 4 new unique item sets. If you somehow manage to capture one, these spirit beasts can be used in beast crafting. The new challenge The new challenge leagues includes a set of 40 new challenges. When you complete 12 challenges, you will receive the bestiary helmet. At 24, you will receive the wings. When you complete your 36, you'll receive the bestiary portal effect. These microtransactions are obtainable in the link. If you guys have not seen the video, I did cover what those look like. So click over somewhere over here. I think it's over here, up there, and you guys can watch that video. From the 19th challenge onwards, and for every 3rd challenge after that, you will receive pieces of the bestiary totem pole, decorations, playing your hideout. The totem pole permanent showcases how many. Okay, so basically, you get a totem pole. Alright, we're moving up to major new content up here and features. Added 2 new active skill gems, and one new support gem. So there's the Spectral Shield through a Tectonic Slam and Summon Phantasm on Kill. If you guys did not see those skills, you can obviously read them on screen, or you can check out the link over there, over here. I think it's over here. And you can check out that video, because I did cover that as well on the YouTubes. So, yeah, click over there. Alright, let's skip these then for now. Added Abyss to the core game. So now it's just like breeches, where basically it's like your breeches, your pantaloons, where it will randomly appear, I believe, after, I don't know what it is, like level 60 or so. It's 10%. I think 10% on all maps, and maybe you can start seeing them in the game after like Act 10. I don't remember what Act it is, but it's something like that. Okay. Introduce the final Elder encounter. The endgame counter is the single most difficult challenge Path of Exile currently has to offer. Good luck! So that's basically the Shaper Elder that we looked at. We saw a video on that. Added the Elder Orb. That's freaking amazing. Obtainable after collecting all the Shaper's memory fragments. The Elder Orb can upgrade any map on your Atlas to tier 16. Freaking amazing, if you ask me, and especially for sextanting. Not to be confused with sexting. It's sextanting, okay? Get out of the gutter. Your minds get out of your gutter, you pervy people. Add 27 new unique items, 16 of which are exclusive to the Bestiary League challenge, or Challenge League. Add 27 new fated unique prophecies. Added a new quest, Valenta's Vengeance. Valenta is sided with Katava and must be dealt with. Seek her out on Act 10 and defeat her for a skill point. Existing characters who have completed the prerequisite Math to Soltha Soatha will already have the skill point and can collect the new reward of the tier of Soatha quest. I think I made a video for this, the Valenta thing, and I don't think I ever posted the video. So if you guys want to see the Valenta fight, I'm pretty sure I recorded it. Maybe I just forgot to upload it or something. I can upload reaction later on, and I'll put a link up here if I do that. So, God, someone interrupt him, please. Oh my God, you guys are terrible. Added new Act 10 arena or area, the control blocks. Could this be where Valenta has been hiding out this whole time? It's kind of funny how they're like, yeah, by the way, there was this boss here. You just never found her. Added 10 new divination cards designed by your supporters. That's really cool. Enabled that rogue exile we said we had added last time, but this time we really mean it, or do we? Interesting. Added 2-ish new vendor recipes. Added 6 new grandmasters, updated or replaced by others. Added 6 new grandmasters and updated or replaced 5 others. Interesting. If you guys think you know what the rogue exile is, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Put it on chat. If you're in chat right now, what do you think? What do you think the rogue exile is? The new rogue exile. What do you think? Like, what skills do you think they'll do? Okay, minor new content and features. The witch can now select lesser poison as a quest reward upon receiving a Lion's Watch. Okay, the shadow. That's actually interesting if you compare or if you combine it with something like SRS. The shadow is no longer offered lesser poison support as a quest reward. Really? Since you should, you should already have it. I see. Okay, it's because you get it when you're in the when you first start. And he's offered elemental proliferation. Actually, I don't know if SRS. I have to look at lesser poison if it's like on attack. That should work for SRS, I believe. Unique items dropped by bosses in special areas such as the Apex of Sacrifice, the Shaper's Realm, and Breach domains are now allocated to the area's creator. This applies to blessings dropped by Breach Lords. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Added 3D art for Debion's Dirge. Okay. Character deleted at an event, or characters deleted during an event such as race are no longer removed from the ladder and can still be awarded prizes. Huh, I think I might have done that many times because I was just so pissed I just deleted my character right up. And I also didn't have enough character spaces, so, interesting. That's actually nice, because then it allows you to create more room if you're doing races, like, especially the quick races, you know, you just have to delete it because you don't want to pay for extra character slots. Made improvements to Xana's Atlas questline, in particular to the sequences featuring the Saber and Elder. Now, completing Xana's Atlas quest now grants Xana experience. That's really good. It's easy to reach level 8 with her now. Oh, thank you. That took so long. It, like, literally, if I didn't run... what I'm trying to say, if I didn't run Xana rotations or got help with my guildies or something, like, for me, since, I mean, I did play a lot, but I'd forget to do Xana daily sometimes, and I would rarely fail them, but even then, playing, you know, almost all the time, I'd get to level 7, like, on Xana, like, in my, you know, my hideout without getting any help, or doing any of the prophecies, right? If you did the prophecies, it's a little bit easier to get to level 8, but I feel like the normal, like, casual player, you probably only at level 6 to early 7. Like, if in a league, if you don't play, you know, all the time, it's actually very, very hard to get to level 8. When you use your stash, the in-game chest now opens. It's like you're really there. That's awesome. I don't know. I mean, I guess that's cool. The patcher now does significantly fewer writes during the allocating space part of the patching process. Okay. Updated several vendor recipes now output shaped or elder items if all the input items were also shaped or elder. That's really cool. That's really cool. I use that for like all the BIS jewels and stuff. That's just something I always do. As you guys always ask me, why do you keep so many crappy jewels? It's because I do the random recipe 5, you know, for a random one in return. Just remember that if you do that recipe, it always takes the lowest item level, so you want to make sure they're all within a certain range. Streamline Xana's Take Shaper Orb dialogue options. Now the one option handles all available orbs. Okay, so now you can just stack them all and not use them if you don't want to, I guess, if you have multiples, which I've actually had before. Added support for using Harbinger's orbs and Horizon orbs on the most recent map series. Improved the appearance of metal throughout the game. Interesting. I wonder what that's going to look like. Maybe it's like shinier or more reflective. More skills can now burn the grass. That's cool. So it looks like they're making graphics more interactable. I think they're slowly just kind of phasing out of their... I don't know if they're phasing out their old engine, at least improving things. They are using like DirectX 11 probably. The Purifier has now received new skill effects for its sword creating projectile skills. Sorry. Glacial Cascade effect now fades out rather than popping out. Glacial Cascade's effect now fades out rather than popping out? I'm trying to like imagine what that looks like. I guess I don't know. We'll have to see. Dancing Dervish now carries across any cosmic effects applied to it when it is manifested. That's really cool. Players with accounts created through Steam can now associate an email address to an account through the Path of Exile website. Do this to go to manage accounts and change email. Huh. Okay. I guess that's nice. I use Steam. I just log in through Steam, but it's annoying two-factor, but it's safe, I guess. Slightly improved performance in the Hologram Masters. What does that mean? Like, you don't die, like, in 3 seconds? Hopefully. Yeah. Improve the visibility of the atlas of uncompleted maps that are under the Elder's influence. That's nice, because before you couldn't tell, you know, what to get early on. It was kind of annoying. The map device in the Temple Laboratory now has an awesome new effect. Maybe it's incentive to go check it out, probably. Many story glyphs, such as Malachi's Letter to the Chavron and the Chavron... Is this Chavron? Letter to the Chavron in the Warden's Chambers have had their visuals updated to be slightly more eye-catching. DPS calculations now take whether or not a particular weapon will actually be used, such as when dual-wielding 2 different weapon types, one of which cannot be used by the skill you're using. Into consideration. So that's kind of like Sunder. If you dual-wield Sunder, Sunder can only use like axes, maces, and staves, I believe. So if you dual-wield, you know, a mace on the in your main hand and a sword in the offhand, the thing is it would take into account for your sword offhand into the Sunder damage, I believe. But the thing is you only can Sunder with your main hand. So I think it would mess up or something like that. Okay. It doesn't change your actual damage at all, but it now provides an accurate cooldown. Okay. Improve the way Sire of Shards works with the weapon effects. Stormbearer now clearly states that it does not support minion skills. Okay. Added new help panel pages. Continue to incrementally improve the sound arts of it. Okay. Abyss changes. Abyss has been rolled into the core game. You can now enter abysses in the world from Part 2 onwards. Oh, okay. So it's Part 2 onwards. Excuse me. It's actually Act 5 now, or Act 6 now. Each area has approximately a 10% chance of spawning Abyss. Abyss depths can no longer appear in areas below level 70. Okay. Stygian Vice belts can now only be found by completing the Abyssal Depths area. That's really good, because Stygian Vice... I believe they're actually called Stygian Vises, not Vice belts. I think they're Vise belts. Interesting. Stygian Vise belts. Is that right? I don't know. I don't know in the comments if they misspelled that. Or just OP. With the Abyss Jewels, that is. The various Abyss Jewel beast types can now be only found from the hordes in the Abyssal Depths, and Abyss troves from completing an Abyss. You're less likely to find the rare Abyss Jewels. A new Sextant mod has been added, which grants an additional Abyss. That's really cool. Character balance. Player traps now explode at the end of the duration, triggering their skills. Huh. The exception to this are bear trap and confusion still break at the end of their duration. Now explode at the end of the duration. Trigger. Wow. Okay. So now they made traps better. So basically, if you were to put down a trap and you're trying to drag someone over it, or like the boss teleports away, and you're like, well, that trap's just pretty much wasted. Now it actually still goes off. So if you did like, I don't know why you would do Glacial Cascade, but for example, if you did the Glacial Cascade and you threw a trap and you threw it over the boss or something like that, or the boss walked around it for some reason, at least now it still will go off, and you'll probably still trigger. You still hit them with it, which is nice. Actually, very good buffed traps. Not a huge one, but a small one, especially for leveling. It's I feel like it's a nice one. Interestingly enough, you know, trap duration. If you can keep trap duration very, very low, like super for short trap duration, that actually could be used effectively. Skill balance, maybe, if you can get it really low. The following trap skills have had their base duration lowered to 4 seconds from 16. Fire trap, ice trap, lightning trap, veil lightning trap, trap support. Each of these traps will now trigger at the end of the duration. So here's another example. Veil lightning trap. Or Vol Lightning Trap, you wanted to actually, you know, land it on the boss perfectly, because it gave you 10% more damage, or 10 increased damage, or whatever it is with skills, because they get shocked. But now if you just barely miss them and, you know, whatever, you don't have to fret, because after 4 seconds, it hits them anyway, most likely. So that's pretty cool. Falling trap skills have had their base duration lowered to 8 seconds from 16. Bear trap, conversion trap. Minion damage has been adjusted, and all minion types except Radiant Spirits will now attack more quickly but deal less base damage. This fixes a long-standing issue where added damage would only apply in part to most minions, since many minions will get up to 50% more damage from sources of added damage. Interesting. Sources of increased attack speed for your minions will now be correctly multiplicative with their base attack speed. Huh. The slam skill by Raised Zombie can no longer be evaded. That's really good buff for Raised Zombies for sure. Volley and projectile novas now interact by creating projectile sources to either side of the player based on the number of projectiles. Dividing those projectiles among these sources, and then each of those sources firing the projectiles in a nova. Shrapnel shot now converts 50% physical damage to lightning damage, up from 40%. That's okay. Herald of Ash now provides more spell damage, which can trigger the overall burn from your spells. So if you guys didn't see the new changes to Herald of Ash, I didn't make a video on it, but basically they get more spell fire damage, I believe. That's what it says. So it affects the fire damage for spells, but that's pretty nice to be able to use Herald of Ash with certain spells now. Like Righteous Fire, it actually would help Righteous Fire. Haste might be a thing for summers now. Yeah, I think that would definitely help out if, you know, since minions count as allies, so it should help. Unique item balance. The Strange Barrel unique strong balance has been reworked. That's good because it sucked. It still doesn't contain swarms of things, but if it did, those swarms would spawn more quickly. That's funny. Shroud of the Lightless can no longer drop with 2 abyssal sockets. Huh. Shroud of the Lightless. Is Shroud of the Lightless the armor? You can no longer have 2, but wow, that means the prices for the 2-socket Shroud of Lightless is going to go crazy high. Projectiles from Light Poacher for the Light Poacher's helmet triggered skill of Spirit Burst no longer always pierce. Okay. They travel 50% slower, which also affects the distance they travel. Their damage has been reduced by 20%. This affects, okay. We knew Light Poacher was going to get nerfed, and that's a good nerf. Zerfi's Last Breath now recovers life over 4 seconds instead of instantly. It now heals you for 450 to 600% of the mana cost, down from 800. Dividing existing versions of Exile Best will set to these values. Okay, so it got retroactively nerfed. Interesting. Or changed. Herald of Ash can proc curses. It should be able to because it does burning damage, right? If it burns in an area, it should be able to yeah, it should be able to proc curses, I believe. Sorry, where were we? Bisco's Holler now grants, okay, we know this, 35 to 50% increased quantity of items found from slain normal enemies down from 50 to 100%. If you guys want to see the video, I did cover that as well. Over here, Rip Bisco's video, check that out if you guys want to see. Oh, it doesn't hit apply to burn. I didn't read it, the Herald of Ash. And can trigger the overkill bird from spells. Yeah, I don't know. I have to look into that. I guess the thing about burn is it doesn't actually hit. Burn is just a debuff, right? Or a, whatever. So maybe it doesn't hit. Maybe you're right. Where are we here? Okay. Onigorosh's drop has been adjusted, and by adjusted we mean lowered a lot. That sucks. I farmed 6 of them before. Oh, I missed this one. Driani's Fist now clarifies that the item lightning damage specifically applies to unarmed attack. Any attack with the hand that is not holding an item. This does not apply to spectral shield throw, and the skill uses a hand. That skill uses a hand that has to be holding a shield. We know about that. Durrani's Fist can actually be used for Tectonic Strike, though, if you guys didn't know. Yeah, just Bisco's rip. It's still actually one of the best of the it is the best quantity neck piece. Sunblast no longer causes traps to trigger when they expire because they changed that. I was actually thinking about it, and it's now a base property of almost all traps. Yep. Interesting. So I wonder if Sunblast is going to be reworked at all. Monster balance. The damage increased from a monster's rarity, magic unique, etc. has been made multiplicative with other damage modifiers. Yes, so we know that they're going to do more damage. This means that, for example, the map mod that increases a boss's damage will significantly be more noticeable. But most, not all sources of increased damage, such as a specific monster or map mods, have had their values adjusted to compensate. Be careful when fighting unique monsters, especially in mod-heavy maps. Interesting. Scary for hardcore players. A lot of hardcore players skip bosses anyway if they didn't need to kill them, I guess. The following monsters are no longer immune to taunt, though they might not be they may not retarget based on being taunted. So they get the taunted effects of them doing less damage, basically. This is primarily to enable the new Ascendancy passives on the Champion Ascendancy, the Shaper, the Elder, Guardian of the Phoenix, Guardian of the Minotaur, Guardian of the Hydra, Guardian of the Eradicators. So basically all the Guardians for Elder, Guardians for Shaper, and then Shaper and Elder. Malagaro and his map equivalents, as well as Alira's map equivalents, now use a new version of Detonated Edge, which explodes all corpses in an area after delay. Avarice Reassembled now has 20% more life. It's multiplicative, guys. Remember that. The Onigoroshi version of Hilllock has more life, deals more damage, and has learned a new trick. We've got to find out what that new trick is. We're definitely going to be trying to find. We're definitely going to farm an Onigoroshi on stream after we do some builds for sure. Female ghosts have been seen roaming the haunted halls of Ariath alongside their male counterparts. The damage attack speed of the male ghosts have been adjusted. Interesting. Theresa's spinning swords now play an effect when they appear and disappear, making it easier to see them. Oh, thank you, GGG. Oh, that was always annoying, right? Katab's heart and the Elder in his unstable phase can no longer be slowed below their base speed. This was causing issues with animations playing out of sync with their actions. Okay. Piety now deals 33% less damage with their melee attack and Belly of the Beast. Her cleave damage has been increased slightly. Nah, I never really noticed, to be honest. Adjusted the cooldown on Grazing Taurus Sunder-esque skill. It is now considered an attack rather than a spell for mitigation purposes. Balmeth's Shifting Darkness now better signals when he's using his Val Detonate skill. This skill now radiates out towards for a set distance rather than along all corpses connected to this target. Okay. Mongrels on Actite can now be desecrated. They have also been renamed to Ruin Hellions. The following monsters have had their base life significantly increased. Chaos Golem, Arctic Golem, Ice Golem, Lesser Flame Golem, Lesser Ice Golem, and Unearthly Skeleton. Okay. Following monsters. Interesting. Dominus and his map variants are now less likely to skip their audio cues for Touch of God and Light Divinity. I didn't realize that. I usually made OP builds. I just killed them instantly. The Elder and counterbalance. Xana now appears to provide protection much closer to the Elder upon defeating it. That's cool. It should be much harder than the Mister now. Her dialogue is now shown in the chat window. Okay, well, I turned on all dialogue to window anyway, or to chat. The portal phase is now significantly shorter but more difficult. Spawning more minions in a shorter period of time and using more skills. The minions spawned during this phase target the Shaper more aggressively. Is this for Elder? Target the Shaper more aggressively. Okay. The Elder's unstable phase is now more difficult and can drop more Elder items as typically completed. This is now the only way to obtain the Watch Eye Unique Jewel. So I don't know what the Elder's unstable phase is. If you guys know what that is, let me know in the comments or in Twitch chat. I think the unstable phase is that the end, or I don't understand. Is that the beginning? I don't really understand. What's the unstable, or is that the what is the unstable phase? I don't actually know what that is. The Elder's expanding circles during his okay, so during his unstable. Is that the very end? I don't understand, because in the beginning he does circles, but he also does circles at the end. Yeah, nerfing Unwatcher Eye Drop is interesting too, because not a lot of people got it anyway, and they weren't great all the time, most of the time. The Elder's expanding circles. Okay, this was an oversight. As a result, the skill deals 70% more damage than previously during the unstable phase. Oh wow. Okay. The Elder's growing Doom Circle ability is now removed when Xana appears. That's funny. I don't know what the it must be the end. The unstable phase must be the end, but I thought you had to kill him anyway to complete the Elder. Does he die regardless when you get to that phase? When you get to the unstable phase, maybe? I never really noticed. It's the middle part when Shaper traps him. I don't think so. Map and Atlas balance. There is now a limit to the number of sextants you can apply to your Atlas. The base maximum is 1, but the limit is increased. Okay, we read this already before in our you can watch the video up there. We talked about yeah, I think it's the end as well. We talked about the sextants changes. So if you guys want to know, check out the video up there. You are now twice as likely to obtain maps you have not yet completed on the Atlas. Oh, interesting. To help players who choose to play solo complete their Atlas. Okay. Made changes to how map selection occurs when choosing which maps contain the Elder and the Guardians. As a result of this change, it'll be easier on the average to encounter the Elder on higher tier maps. Okay. Maps that contain the Elder no longer contain additional monsters or provide Elder rare items from monsters other than the Elder. The change is how the change in how monster rarity affects damage increases, see above, has resulted in changes to the Savage Overload map prefixes, as well as the Death and Taxes map nodes. These changes can be obtained on existing items by using Divine Roar. Many maps have undergone monster density changes to bring them closer in line with each other. Okay. The Shaper's Ultimate Chaos Bullet Hell skill now deals 70% less damage to minions. The boss in the Death and Taxes unique map deals less damage with its melee attack and should be significantly less likely to one-shot you after transforming. Okay, that's nice because, yeah, I died to that thing many times. No more permanent Elder? Yeah, it's true. The treasure piles in the vault map boss counter and the boss itself now drop fewer items. What? The boss will also use skills that consume treasure piles slightly more often. On average, a vault boss run should now drop a quantity of items similar to other maps at the same tier, whereas previously it was significantly more, well, rip vaults, I guess. Peruna, the challenger, now signals when it's casting a skill more clearly. The Enslaver's Slam ability now deals more physical damage relative to fire damage and always applies Ignite. The boss encounter in the Desert Spring map now also has 2 unique Scorpion enemies during the pursuit phase of the encounter. This phase also now has amphoras for players that burst open, or to bust open. Huh, weird. I don't know. I don't know what that really means, but we'll have to try that. Improved layouts of the Scriptorium and Excavation maps. There should be fewer dead ends and more empty spaces now. Okay, that's good. This overall buff the Scriptorium and Excavation, I guess. The armory map is now more linear and should contain fewer dead ends as well. Oh, yeah, buff the armory too. Moved monsters a little farther away from the entry point of the lookout maps. Okay, decrease the size of the barrows map. Okay, I hated barrows, but people liked it. The Vessel of the Vol sub-bosses and areas can no longer submerge immediately upon activating unless they are very far away. Funny. The Orchard map boss room has been redesigned and now has labyrinth traps in it, with the Vision of Justice will try to teleport you onto. Huh. The Orchard and Plaza maps bosses now disable all the traps in rooms when they die. The magic pads have been moved to the outside of the boss room. Okay. Grandmasters and the Holograndmasters now generate 2 Vol souls per second, up from 1 soul per 5 seconds. Interesting. That's actually good for Vol skills, I guess. Passive skill tree balance. The Acrobatus Keystone now grants 30% less energy shield, down from 50. Okay, so it's better. This is better to enable hybrid shield evasion characters from whom upgrade should be a valid choice. Nice. Passive skills which can increase physical damage dealt by staves or wands, or damage dealt by wands, but also increase the damage of ailments caused by those weapons as well. This brings them in line with all the other weapon passives. That makes sense. Ascendancy rebalance. All 19 ascendancies have been reviewed and undergone extensive changes. As a result of these changes, many existing ascendancy and passive skills trees will be reset. Alright, they usually do that. Alright, Shadow Assassin. I think we basically have read these, so if you guys want to check out, you know, the Shadow Assassin, you know, Trickster stuff, I will put a link to, I'll put a link to the videos. You'll see a bunch of them go across, because they're not all in one video. So the Shadow Assassin, you know, and the Trickster video, the Saboteur, they won't be in any order, but you'll see them like go across on YouTube. So, because there's like 4 or 5 parts that I did, so we're gonna skip all of these. Though I do want to look at, Trickster just to see, because someone said they nerfed Trickster. Let me see though. Did they nerf Trickster? Where is Trickster? Ghost Dancer work. Harness the Void. Oh, they did change it. Oh. They changed Harness the Void. Oh, wow. So I heard Trickster and Jug got changed, so let's look at this. So Harness the Void used to do, I believe it was 50, there's like 25, 50, 100. There's a 200 one in there too. Yeah, they're much lower. Okay, so it looks like Harness the Void did get a big nerf. Wow. Interesting. And someone said Juggernaut got upgraded even more? Wow. Okay, well. Yeah, the Harness the Void looked super good. Now it doesn't look. Now I'm probably gonna go Deadeye with my beginning build, to be honest. Yeah, interesting. Harness the Void got a really big nerf. I don't think I'm going with Trickster anymore, guys. Well, we'll see. We'll theorycraft. Xana League of Mods available during 3.2.0. Level 2 Onslaught costs 2 Chaos. Okay, so this is the Xana mods you get when. So you get Onslaught at level 2, Bloodlines at level 3. Bloodlines are pretty good. 4 Torment, 4 Fortune Favors the Brave. That's just a random one. Random of any of them, even if you haven't unlocked them, which is nice. 5 is Nemesis. Level 6 is Beyond. Level 7 is Parandus. Oh, love Parandus, man. Oh, yes. I'm super happy about this. Super stoked about Parandus. I love Parandus League. This is my favorite league out of all of them. So I'm super happy that Parandus is in there. I'm definitely going to dump my Chaos Orbs into Parandus, which doesn't look like it should be. It shouldn't be worth it, but still. Harbinger for level 8. Oh, it's actually Harbinger. You can get Orbs of Annulment and like all the other pieces and stuff. That's interesting. Harbinger might be pretty good too. Wow. Parandus is super cool. I'm happy about level 8, 7, and 8. World changes. You can now enter the control blocks in Act 10. The Weaver's boss room in Act 2 is now smaller. It's now more difficult to avoid spawning spiders. Reworked the layout of the Harvest in Act 4. It now has fewer dead ends. All versions of Crypt in Act 7 now contain the Bundle of Woe unique monster. Okay. Disable the ability to click on Whalem's ship from the Brine King's Reef to travel back to the beacon. You can still talk to Whalem to return to the beacon. This was to prevent accidental back travel. That's good. I never had that problem, but The Mountain Hounds and Mountain Hounds Alpha have been renamed to Mountain Hellions and Mountain Hellion Alphas. Okay. The Mongrels have been renamed to Ruins Hellions. The Viscous Parasites have been renamed Viscous Parasites. Oh, Viscous Parasites have been renamed to Vicious Parasites. And they're actually pretty solid. That's funny. They're pretty solid because of Viscous. Several beasts with the same name as other beasts but different behaviors have been renamed to make bestiary collecting less confusing. That's good. The tentacled versions of goatmen, roas, hellions, avian wretches, and cobras are now called the tentacle creatures that... I just totally misaligned. And have been called Elder Blessed to differentiate them from their untentacled forms. That same goes for the rest of the tentacled creatures that come from the Elder Influence maps. Alright. The goatmen that generate endurance charges have now been called goatmen stompers. Hellions with parasites are now called enslaved hellions. Okay. That makes sense. Crustacean snipers that don't deal cold damage are now called rock spitters. Crustacean snipers that are due to swishy tail shoot skill are now called crustacean pelters. Cave crustaceans that deal cold damage are now called deep crustaceans. Crypt weavers that can flicker strike onto you are now called crypt ambushers. Croaking chimerals are now called chimeric croakers. All other frog-like chimerals are also now some variant of croaker. Sand leapers that don't leap slam are now called sand skitterers. Rooster demons that can viper strike are now called rooster fiends. Not be confused with rooster friends. This is a mouthful, guys. Rooster demons that can viper strike are now called rooster fiends. Okay. The unique beasts in Chimera Guardian fight have been renamed to differentiate them from skills granted by bestiary unique items. The Aryan Act 9's Rotting Core with Sin is now called the Black Core. The Twisted Inquisitorium Valside area now resembles the Crimson Temple visually. Ugh, okay. Prophecies. Out of 27 new prophecies for Fated Uniques, these prophecies have no voice acting. I thought there were 30 new Fated Uniques. Interesting. The Deadly Twins prophecy will no longer be consumed by maps where bosses have been slain by the Elder or his guardians. Ah. So now they're making it. So before, that would be consumed, but something else wouldn't work, right? Deadly Twins, I remember it would be consumed, but you wouldn't get credit for completing the map. So now they're making it the same thing where you have to actually kill the two bosses. You can't just, you just can't, you know, run the Elder version, which is unfortunate because that was actually kind of a way around it. Clarify the description of thaumaturgal, turgical history 2 indicating only track. Okay. PvP balance. Oh, this is what we're waiting for, guys. PvP balance. Lower the T override used to determine damage of Scorching Ray to 1.5 seconds, down from 4 seconds. Note that this affects the hologram masters with that is that okay. Bug fixes fixed instances of mismatched text and audio between Chamber and Xana. Fix a bug where mods which augmented a map boss would apply to Elder Guardian and Elder maps despite there being no boss. Huh. I didn't know that. Fix a bug. Okay. The beginner's luck achievement description no longer references normal difficulty. Oh, that's funny because there's no normal difficulty anymore. Fix a bug where sextants that guarantee a Forsaken Master would be consumed on Elder and Elder Guardian maps, even though no Master could appear. Huh, that's weird. Fix a bug where Azaro's Curse pylons would say they cast an empowered curse on death in the Cruel Labyrinth when they do not. Okay. Fix a bug where Azaro's Curse pylons would still use the old vulnerability. Oh my god. It's been a long day. It's been a long patch read, guys. Fix the bug where Azaro's Curse pylons would still use the old vulnerability. I can't say the word. I'm just gonna skip it. Vulnerability curse when casting their empowered vulnerability. God, man. Fix the bug which prevents the spell cascade from properly sporting the punishment curse. Fix the typo. Fix the typo. God, where am I? Between the flavor text for the dig map as spoken and as written. Fix the bug where the Bone Royal debuff from the Necropolis map boss was mistakenly displayed as a buff. Fix the bug where placing a trap or totem linked with Stormcall, which Fix the bug where placing a trap or totem linked with Stormcall, which has had its skill duration reduced to 0, would cause a client crash. Fix the bug where some bosses and Shaper Influence maps could be fought before triggering the Shaper's event, resulting in weird behavior. Fix the bug where Fairgraves would attack you during his dialogue. I don't know why it's funny, but it's hilarious. I didn't know that would happen. Fairgraves is talking to you, he's just like, bam. Fix a bug on DX9 clients where drag to maximize window clients would cause the client to crash. Fix a bug where the apprentice banner would display incorrectly in the map stash tab. Fix a bug where when removing maps from the map stash tab and swapping to the tab to a new series, the sub stashes that you just removed. Fix a bug when removing maps from the map stash tab and swapping the tab to a new series, the sub stashes you just removed maps from would be visible but unusable. God, that is. Fix a bug where disabling chat timestamps would cause previous chat window text to turn white. Dude, that's a lot to take in and to speak at the same time, you know? It's a lot to take in. That's what she said. Fix a bug where unique items linked in chat would lose their italics on their flavor text if you close and reopened the chat window. Weird. Fix a bug where flash timer displays for hybrid flash could disappear too early if the mana or life. Where's the disco fix? Maybe that was not a maybe yeah, Christopher Walken. Maybe they didn't fix the disco. Do you guys think they fixed the disco dance? Fix a bug where changing your sport gems linked to a totem skill in a weapon while a still totem was active would kill the totem. Fix a bug where the unique body armor, the coming calamity was incorrectly snapshotting the reservation cost of herald skills. Fix a bug where the Vol Rain of Arrows and Bear Trap were able to stop players with the movement speed cannot be modified to below their base value shot. Fix a bug where your specters could vanish after PvP battle. Fix a bug which caused the Cyan to not splash as frequently as other characters as she ran through water. Fix a bug where the Raj Archer entity could taunt enemies. Fix a bug where the boss room for the Ashen Wood map could generate outside of boundaries of the area. I didn't know that. There's a boss room for Ashen Wood? I'm pretty sure there's no boss room for Ashenwood. Oh, maybe Ashenwood in Axe or something? No. There's no boss room for Ashenwood map, is there? I don't think there is a boss. It's right in the middle of the map. I'm confused about that. Fix a bug where the Elder could spawn more minions after Xana had appeared. Fix a bug where the Stygian Spires could spawn too few monsters from the abysses they create. Okay, that Ashenwood map must be for old Ashenwood maps or something. Fix a bug where one of the Abyss Liches was using the visual effect of the other when opening doors. Fix a bug where you could actually get yourself stuck in the factory boss room with movement skills. Fix a bug where the Unbearable Whispers 5 prophecy would change an area's lighting under weird conditions. Fix a bug where the Shaper's life in the Elder's encounter would scale with party members. Fix a bug where players' auras could affect the Shaper and the Elder encounter. Oh my god, guys, this is too much to talk about. Fix a bug where it can become impossible to access the boss room in the ghetto map without a movement skill. Huh. I've seen some weird things like this. Fix a couple of map duration bugs that result in weird 180-degree turns to get into the boss room. Fix the bug where you could use any sort of fragment, including Shaper Guardian fragments for the Val or Vendor recipe, other than just the Val fragments as intended. I didn't know that was a thing. Fix a bug where, for the sake of DPS calculations when dual wielding, the two attack speeds were averaged as opposed to using attack duration. This would throw the calculation off, especially in cases where the two weapons had wildly different attack speeds. Fix a bug where you could cause your map stash to become unusable. That must have been like the thing before. Fix an overlapping display issue when your chat window and social pages were both open and you attempted to edit a note. Fix a bug where you could permanently benefit from the Storm Barrier buff if you were stunned while channeling. Fix a bug that caused the Elder's tentacles to change color based on the player's proximity to them. I didn't know that was a thing. Fix a bug where the shrine to Arakali in Val City. I gotta change how I pronounce things. Fix a bug where the shrine to Arakali in Val City could be inaccessible. Fix a bug where the bosses of the plateau map would sometimes not level up correctly. Fix a bug where witches and shadows wearing Gruthkul's pelt would basically turn into stretchy, nightmarish living taffy. I've seen that bug in other games. That's great. Fix a bug where some skill effects in boss fights would linger if you had left and re-entered the instance. Fix a bug where the Northern Forest in Act 7 would sometimes contain a Valside area that you could not interact with. Fix many inconsistencies, inaccuracies, and ambiguities in item and skill gem descriptions. Fix an instance crash. Where's the disco fix, guys? Like, I think that was the one that I called out day one. We hope to enjoy the Bestiary League and content update 3.2.0. Thank you so much for your support. Well, thank you, Bex, for writing such a long-winded patch. As always, recent changes: Ranger Deadeye Ricochet now requires Far Shot rather than the Fast. What is this? Oh, these are an addendum. I think it's called an addendum. Ricochet now requires Far Shot rather than Fast and Deadly. Now grants 10% more damage projectiles for each remaining chain. Xana's League mods available through the Fortune Phase of Brave. One of these options will be applied at random, including what those you have not unlocked. I don't know what these are. Let's refresh this just in case. Oh, wait, what did? Existing versions will become legacy. Yes, yes, yes. That means anyone who had Biscos that have the roll to 100, you guys should divine all your Biscos right now. Get 100%, dude. That's legit. Nice, dude. Nice. That means I have 2 Biscos that are like 90% right now. We might go ahead and try to get one to 100%. What do you guys think? If you guys like the patch notes, agree with them, disagree, whatever, stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. Let me know in Twitch chat, obviously, as well, because we're going to be streaming this. If you guys haven't checked out my stream, twitch.tv/Cooterz, Cooterz, just like my YouTube channel. Definitely check me out on Twitch. We stream almost every night for a long time, and we're going to go in and we're going to do some standard play right now. So, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below with anything you think, you know, that GG missed or you were surprised about or you absolutely hate. Other than that, do remember to do big, do good, and do you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.